Wednesday with Jabari. And you know what that means, folks? That means we're going to win. That's right. Wednesday winners. By the way, Jabari, check it out. The Claire jug behind me. I've already got to touch it. Kissed it a couple times. Oh, yeah. Last minute betting with the Sports Nuts. Bob and Mike. Mike, how you doing there?
Doing good.
Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Yes, in the world. And let me tell you, I mean the world. Don't forget about the OddsJam shop. OddsJam, the shop. Shop.oddsjam.com. Uses code FREESHIP, all capital letters, for free shipping on any order. And here we go. The t-shirt, the trucker, the mug, otherwise known as the OddsJam Morning Coffee Cup, the tumbler, the bikini, the camper, the business zip, the notebook, unisex city and embroidered beanie, along with Slop Shop. Hey, look at that face. You'd buy from him, wouldn't you? Heck yeah. The no big deal shirt, broke even shirt, feels right shirt, and the buddy hat, all at shop.oddsjam.com. Go there right now. You wanted it, it's here. Go grab your gear. All right. How's that for a commercial, Jabari?
It was good.
All right.
You sound like a professional spokesperson.
Yeah.
Better than the Cardinals for sure.
Hey, the Cardinals just swept the Marlins. We're out of last place and inching our way up. Nolan Arenado has been on fire. If you folks are playing Prize Picks, and you're probably not going to find this on the optimizer because there's so many green plays right now. But if you're not taking Nolan Arenado over 1.5 on hits plus runs plus RBIs, well, I don't know what to tell you. You are missing the boat because that guy is absolutely on fire. Second in the National League in RBIs now. I'm excited. Jacob Trainer is here. Good evening to you. Yes, let's take over Winning Wednesday. I agree. And Andre's here.
Good evening, Andre. What's up, Jacob? Thanks for dropping in. And we don't have a ton of games here tonight. Had some early ones as we saw, but we got a little bit of a slate here in the MLB to jump into, and
we got enough for me.
I mean, there's enough. There's enough. There's enough.
Yep, I agree 100%. Things are starting to get back to normal with the positive EV page. The optimizer is going like crazy. Today's hot dog day on Prize Picks. This isn't Jabari, isn't this National Hot Dog Day?
I don't know if it's National Hot Dog Day, but they've definitely been doing these hot dogs every Wednesday
right.
for MLB. So
well, if you do you remember the group The Urge?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
That's before my time.
No, it's not. Trust me, Mike knows this group. Anyway, the guy was the lead singer of the band, has a hot dog place in St. Louis called Steve's Hot Dogs, and he's all over the place, and I saw him posting about National Hot Dog Day. But whatever the case may be, we're going to look at these hot dog plays, see if we like them or some bets to make. So I suggest that we start off by jumping in to our parlay, unless you guys got something to talk about in particular.
No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you guys go along with what I say. It's very, very nice. All right. Let me share my screen, and I'm going to start this off first. Don't forget, you got to follow all three of us. Like the tweet the Mike puts out, retweet it, follow OddsJam, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. So I'm taking off first, and I'm going to go with a road team here. And I'm going to take the Yankees on the money line.
Okay.
Yes. Not the normal Bob that you always see. I tried that run line last night with Houston, and it really messed me up. So I'm taking the Yankees money line tonight. Mike, you're next.
Yeah, Bob, I'm going to jump into a nerfy here, and one that I really like is a particular matchup here with the White Sox and the Mets. You got a couple of teams here in the White Sox and Mets that are very, very, very friendly to the nerfy on the season. And matter of fact, their yerfy percentage is amongst the bottom. So I actually think we're going to roll this pitching matchup. Doesn't scare me a lot. I like it.
Okay.
I think we could get a nerfy in this Mets White Sox game.
Okay. Even though the score was 11-10 last night.
Well, even more reason, probably.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Under 0.5 runs. There you go. Added to the bet slip. Let's check it out and see where we're at. Take your time. We're only live. No big deal. All right. Yeah. Plus 238 on Caesars right now. And Jabari, you get to pull up the rear here.
All right. Perfect. I'm going with the Atlanta Braves team total over 5.5. I do believe it's been sitting at that for a little bit. The game yesterday was one that I doubt gets replicated, but I do expect there at least to be about 7, 8, maybe even 9 runs scored in this game. So let's see if we can find it here. If we can't, then I'm gonna switch gears, and it looks like we can. We'll take the over on 5.5 for the Braves.
Okay. Wow, that was a crazy game yesterday, wasn't it?
Very 16-13 was almost like a football game score.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There you go. We got plus 520 on Caesars. I like it. That's going to be a $25 giveaway. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and let Mike take over. And I'm going to go ahead and get this put in, send it to Mike, and we can get this out. Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I think that's a winner, Jabari.
Yeah. I think this will be we're shooting for the third week in a row, right?
Yeah, if we can win, that'd be 3 in a row, but we've had 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think I like it. Like it. I mean, you can't go wrong with Atlanta and their offense. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They're just so potent. I mean,
when I saw it at 5.5, I was actually shocked because it's like I thought the books would have been like, bumped it up 7, 8 for at least the Braves themselves, because there's 29 runs put up in the last game yesterday. So
yeah,
and you got Morton on the mound today versus Ryan. Expect Morton to come out, win that matchup. If you have a chance for pitcher win probability or Morton gets the win, I think he will, to be honest.
Yeah. Looks like, Atlanta losing 3 in a row. They had a tough series there with the White Sox where they lost 2 of 3. I mean, they're gonna bounce back. I think tonight could be a name your score type of game potentially. So that will definitely play in our favor, because I'm not sure Atlanta's even lost 4 in a row all year. So don't quote me on that, but I do believe that tonight's a great spot to hammer the heck out of the Braves on just about team total, run line. I like it. I like it a lot. And then an interesting game here tonight. This Padres Blue Jays game, a little intriguing to me. I mean, we went to the Padres last night. Padres kind of getting back on track. But with Darvish on the mound, man, he's just been so iffy this year. I kind of think I like to go back to the Padres tonight for plus money, but I wouldn't probably put a full unit on it because Toronto has been playing better, but I think I like San Diego tonight on the money line again, just for what it's worth.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Most definitely.
They're in a weird spot right now. I mean, they got to pick it up. I mean,
yeah,
nobody thought that they were going to be under 500 at this point in the season, especially under 5. I mean, that's crazy to me. I mean, with all that talent, but hey, game's not played on paper.
A no game truly is. I just put in the parlay on both Bovada and Flip, so we got that done. Yeah,
You're
no
heading a lot
game.
faster than me.
Yeah, I was moving while me and Mike were discussing. But I'll be honest, I think we're coming into an interesting turn in sports. You got PGA and Live that's gonna get finalized at some point. That coming together. You got NFL running backs. They're talking about their contracts. A little unhappy with that. NBA is kind of making splashes. I've seen a lot of injuries in the summer league this year, and not a big fan of that. Did you guys have a chance to watch any of Victor's summer league debut games at all?
A little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I take back what I said. I'm actually kind of happy that he went to the Spurs, considering what he said. He was like, I'm lost on the court, not used to NBA basketball. I think the best team probably for him to learn how to play or learn the fundamentals first will be Pop and the Spurs, and then he can kind of build and go on.
Well, on top of that, didn't they extend Pop?
I think they did. Yeah, I think it was 5 years.
Yeah, so that was a smart move by them. By the way, here we go.
Yeah, Andre, you're right. Some NFL scores last night in baseball. What up, Steven?
Parlay here. Let's reiterate it. Yankees money line, Nerfy in the White Sox Mets game, and over 5.5 team total in the for the Braves with them and the Diamondbacks. Braves over 5.5 team total. So, Mike, that's being sent. I'm just waiting for it to get to you.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I'll send it twice. Ah, there it goes. There you go. I'm in here. We got it.
I'm going to share my screen real quick before I tweet that out because there's a play showing up that I kind of like because it's we've already got a Nerfy in this White Sox Mets game, and we got a first half total runs of under 4.5. So I really like that. Under 4.5 plus 105 on BetMGM. That's the only book. Well, it looks like Barstool will give you plus 100, but no other book even offering plus odds on that play. I kind of like it, man. We're already on the Nerfy, so under 4.5 first half total runs in this game. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on that one as well. And hey, if the Nerfy doesn't hit, then maybe this comes through or vice versa, set ourselves up maybe here to make a little bit of money either way. Hopefully they both come through.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully they both come through.
Verlander in his last start walked 6 guys. That don't happen.
No. And I think that maybe in one of his last starts, I think I had a Nerfy in that matchup and it ended up costing me, but I trusted enough. Chicago doesn't scare me offensively a whole lot, so I think we'll be good here. And then see if there's anything else that really stands out. Some of these I can't bet right now. Do one more refresh and see if we got anything. I mean, Charlie Morton under 5.5 strikeouts, I'm not too crazy about that. Really high market width on that play too. So I'm not crazy about that one. I will stay away from that. I would take this Darvish under 5.5 strikeouts, truthfully. That's on Bet Openly at plus 114. Can't hit that, though. But let's see if there's anywhere else that has any decent value on it. Because I do like this. Plus 114's our best odds, obviously. I mean, you could get plus 110 on DraftKings again. It's not great, though, or BetMGM.
Okay.
Not too bad. But, yeah, not a lot out here I'm looking to hit right now. Okay. Then maybe that plus 1.5 for the White Sox tonight. Maybe you roll with that. But
it's not a bad idea.
That's what we got.
All right. Mike's going to go ahead and send this tweet out. Jabari and I are heading to the Fantasy Optimizer And I want you to talk a little bit about this, Jabari, because between the three of us, you are the most experienced prize picks guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, as you can see, the hot dog plays are at the top. I do like anything that pops up that's over 60%. I really like a lot. Here's my concern here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got some big three plays and we got a bunch of CFL plays. Okay. And I have no idea about any of these people. I would be doing just like I'd be doing League of Legends, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just picking them. What are your thoughts on that?
Same thing. I don't really watch CFL too much. Might give it a shot to watch it. But yeah, it would be the same thing for me. And yes, I already have put in a six picker. I used one of the hot dogs today. Used Eduardo Rodriguez.
Okay.
To steal off one of those. So we grabbed that, which that should be you know, granted everything plays correctly, then we should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
took
now
it.
that's
Go
at
ahead.
6 now. According to the, oh, no, it's 4.5. I'm sorry.
Right.
So we should
Lewis's
go
original
ahead.
line is actually at like 7.5. And I
Right.
want to say on positive EV, he was even, yeah, he was. He's still here now for over 7.5. He is still actually favored there on positive EV. So between Eduardo and Luis, you can really pick either one of those for the taco. Now,
It's
yeah,
not a
you could
taco.
pick.
It's a hot dog, brother.
Yeah, it's a hot dog. I'm sorry. It's a hot dog. Yeah, the UFC play is gone. I tried to get it just now. It's gone already. So
Okay.
can't find that. Um but yeah, it's the same thing. We're gonna trust the numbers here. We're gonna trust the data. No reason to really overthink it for me because there's nothing else to really look at. We're going based off things that we don't know. So,
Well,
you
you
know,
are getting a lot of
Right.
green. Yeah, you are getting a lot of green down here, though. I
yeah,
mean, look at all the green that you have. I mean, there's a ton.
there's a lot of
I mean,
sports
look at
going
the
on now
green.
starting up.
It,
Yeah.
I know. Well, and the esports being added to it and CFL being added to it is a
Mm-hmm.
pretty big deal, I think. You know.
It is.
All right. So big three. When do they play?
They play. I think the games are
Don't they
scheduled.
play on the weekends?
I don't remember. I know these games. Yeah, I think they do play on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. I think you're right. It's either Saturdays and Sundays or just Sunday afternoons. I can't remember.
Right.
Good stuff.
I mean,
Big three.
I guess we'll take a couple of those
Yeah.
plays in there.
You won't be able to
Jonathan
know if they
Simmons
cash
and
until
Franklin
Sunday, though.
Session. Yeah.
That
Okay.
is
Well,
true.
uh, the CFL, that's probably this weekend too,
Saturday as well.
and that's
Correct.
pretty well what we got.
Yep.
Yeah, we got big three in CFL. So
Mm-hmm.
how you want to approach this?
I just approached it the same way we always do. 6 picks off the top, 2 picks that I
Okay.
feel got good percentage edge or chance to hit, so I can at least win my money back, even if the 6 pick does not hit.
Okay. So I thought
Like
that
it.
you said that you do a 3 pick.
You can.
Was
The
I
3 picks.
wrong
So
in that
remember when
regard?
we did a 3 pick, right? So I said you could do a 2 or a 3. The
Right.
3 pick, remember, we just said the strategy with that is to not run insurance, right? Because if you run insurance on that, they cut
Right.
your
We
payout
went
by
power
half.
play.
Right. So
Right.
it goes from an $11.25 flex play payout to a $25 just power play playout. So that was the play for the 3
Right.
pick. It's just do not run
And that's
insurance.
what happened.
Right.
That's what happened, which was great because I wound up money ahead that night. All right. Jonathan Simmons and Franklin Session over on their PRA.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who these guys are. Over PRA. Okay. Next pick down the line. Well, I guess I ought to go to CFL first and take Wule or something like that is what he is. Let me go to CFL. And
that one
there
guy.
it is. Right there. That dude. Oh, really?
That dude.
There he is right there. Over on his rushing yards. AJ, that's who that is. Over on his rushing yards, Tevin Jones.
I think Tevin
Now, is
was
that
less
over
on his
on
receiving. I think it was
receiving yards?
receiving from what I
64
put
and a half.
in.
Oh, less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bless, Bob.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Mike, don't be impatient with me. It takes me a while sometimes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do a 6-picker here or just 5?
Yes.
I went for 6. So I added in Jamal Morrow. It was under on his 64.5 rushing yards.
Okay, more.
And then I capped it off there.
Okay. All right. Now, your strategy beyond that is to come back with a 2-pick and take the top 2 picks.
Mm-hmm. Right. In this case,
Okay.
which actually it is actually been removed now. Earlier, I came back and I did Eduardo and Justin Verlander's original strikeout line under. Right. So that was the 2-pick to win my money back because Eduardo's at 4.5, great value there. And then Justin Verlander under his 6.5 strikeouts. So I did another one just now, which is you could do Eduardo or Luis. I have not used Luis's yet. And then AJ. But once again, this will not cash for you until Friday of this weekend.
Right. Or I can go with Eduardo and Simmons.
Right.
But AJ is really the one that I want. I'm sorry about that, guys. AJ and Eduardo. And AJ is over.
He's over.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that'll give us 5 to make 15. All right. There we go. Let's take a look at what we just bet. So we've got the hot dog play with Eduardo over 4.5 strikeouts, and then we got AJ with his over 68.5 rushing yards. And then in this one, we have Eduardo over on his strikeouts, Jonathan Simmons and Frank Session over on their PRA. This is big 3. AJ over on his rushing yards, Tevin Jones under on his receiving yards, and Jamal Morrow under on his rushing yards. There you go. Yeah. That is a 6-picker and a 2-picker, and yeah, that was fun. All right, so couple other things here real quick. Want to get into, if you guys don't mind. Want to look at a couple things here real quick. This San Francisco and Cincinnati series, which concludes tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is a very interesting series, guys, because the Reds are reeling right now. The Reds are reeling, and the Giants, the Giants have really come on and taken over second place in the NL West. I think Cincinnati's getting ready to fade.
I mean, it's very possible. A lot of young players, inexperience, you saw Pittsburgh start to reel a little bit earlier than maybe some expected, and maybe Cincinnati starts doing that now. I don't know. I would not book that. I mean, I feel like, Bob, you're coming from a Cardinal fan perspective here.
No, I'm not really.
So
they've lost 4 in a row. They're struggling.
They are, but I don't know that I'm willing to think that they're going to be an ultimate fade here as we get down the stretch. I mean, the Giants are a really good team. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They're a complete team. They're better than we all expected. And, I don't see the Giants going anywhere. So for the Reds, it is what it is. You got to find a way to get back on track. And I think they can. But no doubt that they are slumping a little bit here after it looked like they may potentially take over first place. And now Milwaukee's kind of doing what we all talked about we thought would happen. I mean, Milwaukee's probably going to win that division, We expected that if there was a team in that division right now that we trusted, it would be the Brewers because some of the pieces they have, I think, are more reliable and experienced for down the stretch here. So this is just playing into Milwaukee's hands here. So if the Reds do begin to struggle, Milwaukee's going to feast and maybe win this division fairly easily.
When you know it, Houston covered the run line today. In the American League East, with the Rays loss to Toronto today and Baltimore beating the Dodgers, they are now percentage points ahead of the Rays and have taken over first place. Guys, Jabari, do they have enough to hang on? And also, are they in for a possible trade for Ohtani?
I'll be honest. I don't think Ohtani goes anywhere. I still think he'll end up staying with the Angels. I don't think the Angels. He's hot. His bat is hot right now. He's had like 3-4 straight games with homers. He's pretty good at pitching. He's had a really good year. He's had a very good all-star year. Just looking at the standings, they're gonna need a strong back half of the season. 9.5 games behind first. They're about 4.5 games behind Houston. I mean, to be honest, I don't think they trade him away unless they just are in complete rebuild mode. As far as Baltimore, can they hang on? I don't know. They're in a really tough division. That AL East, the least amount of wins that they have is 50, and that's the Yankees, and they stink. So
they're in last place.
They are in last place. So they're gonna have a heck of a time really holding on to first place in AL East, but we'll just have to see by the time we get there and who's gonna take the wild card positions and who's not.
So, I mean, looking at Baltimore, they've been red hot, but they did just lose 2 of 3 in this series to the Dodgers, despite the win today, And when
they just lost 4 in a row, too, including the 2 to the Dodgers. So they were on a little bit of a slump. But the thing with Baltimore,
they swept the Marlins. They lost 2 in a row to the Dodgers. They hadn't lost 4 in a row.
Oh, they did? Really?
Yeah, they swept the Marlins, and then they swept the Twins, and they took 2 out of.
Okay.
They split with the Yankees before that. But again, Marlins not looking so hot right now either, just getting swept by the Cardinals, getting swept by the Orioles. I mean, Baltimore definitely playing well when you look at their last stretch of 10-plus games. But, you look at the competition, they've done what they had to do, which is always good. But, I don't think that I'm going to trust them enough to win that division. I think that's going to be tough. But I do think they're a good team, and they're a playoff team. I really think they are going to be a playoff team, but winning that division, it's going to be tough.
It's going to come down. They play Toronto 4 times next. Houston, they have 6 more games, and then Tampa Bay. That 4-game stretch from the September the 14th to the 17th is really going to decide where they fall because they're playing Tampa Bay then. So if they come into that stretch not ahead, I'll say Tampa Bay by that time, even if they lose 1 game or 2 games to Tampa Bay at that point, it's cooked. And those odds will get cooked as well.
I want to throw these 2 teams are getting ready to square off in Tampa Bay for a 4-game series, and that's going to be a good one to watch.
I want to throw this at you guys right now. Baltimore right now to win the division, you can get them for plus 350 on Caesars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that worth a shot? You remember what we did with Atlanta?
I mean, at this
year?
point, you're not gonna. There's no sense in touching the Rays at that value. I mean, you don't want to hold up money at minus 170. Is that on DK?
Yeah,
I would probably be good from a futures perspective. I mean, there's certainly value on Baltimore to
a little
win
sprinkle.
that division. A little sprinkle, yeah.
Sprinkle, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at that value, they're in first place right now. Why not, right?
Right.
I wouldn't expect that to cash at the end of the year. But again, a sprinkle, maybe you get a little something. Who knows? But, yeah, I mean, Tampa Bay, no sense in touching them at that value.
And to win the American League, Baltimore at plus 1,000.
Yeah, well, and we got to see what happens with trades. Houston's sitting there. That's pretty good value on Houston. If they go out and get a couple of arms in the trade deadline, then all of a sudden that value is probably going to drop for them than what it's at right now. But if they don't get anything, then Houston still has a shot. But I don't know that I would pick them as favorites. But yeah, I mean, this trade deadline's gonna give us a lot of clarity.
Yeah. Yankees are now plus money to make the playoffs. I don't think they're making the playoffs.
They would be fighting for a wild card position, but that just depends on what Houston does in the back half of this, because a couple teams could really easily knock them off. I just took a parlay. I'm taking a sprinkle. Tampa Bay to win the AL and Braves to win the NL.
There you go. I mean,
I already got those as individual futures. I should have took it as a parlay, though. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I mean, those two teams definitely look like the two best overall teams in baseball. Certainly, Dodgers are going to be in it. The Braves and Dodgers have some recent playoff history, so it's going to be a good series. But ultimately, I mean, Atlanta just looks too freaking good right now, man. I mean, and again, I know they're on a little bit of a skid, but when you look at the pitching and that lineup, oh my gosh. I mean, when they get to playoff time, they're in amazing shape.
I agree.
Strider on the mound is not going to hurt anything either.
That's true. That's true. All right. Yeah, Dodgers get some pitching. They're going to be tough. All right, folks. That does it for the show. We're going to get out of here. Got a parlay. Don't forget. Retweet that, baby. Like it on Twitter. Mike's put it out there.
It's out there, ready to give some money away, we hope.
It's Bob's money we're giving away. I mean, what more do you want?
Well, you get a winning play from Jabari and I. So, I mean, we see what would happen if you were picking all three legs. Last night you cost us. Imagine if you picked all three legs last night. They would have at least, I guess, not had to sweat it out. They would have been like, this is dead.
You talking? All right, we're out of here. See ya. Peace.